Hello everyone, welcome to Addie's Beauty Box. So on this channel, mainly I talk about fragrance. I talk about a lot of random things that I do, like what you guys saw on the thumbnail. Today, I'm going to be talking about my nose job. So I did a video earlier this year and I held on to that for like 2 years. And I, talked about my journey with my nose job. And so many of you guys loved it and you asked a lot of questions, and I promised that I will answer the questions. And so I'm doing that right now in this video. So if you are interested in this topic, please stay tuned. Okay, so for today, it's the morning time. So I figured I want you guys to see my full results of my nose job. So I'm like, you know what, let me just take off all the makeup. And as I'm here with all of the makeup off, I'm going to answer your questions and I'm gonna wash my face. I'm gonna do one of my morning skincare routines. Okay, so I'm gonna be starting off with this right here, and this is the Neutrogena Hydro Boost Cleanser. All products will be linked down below. So this year I started using the Clean Skin Club, and these are the disposable facial towels. I really love these. And yeah, so I'll wash my face off camera. I'm just gonna dry my face off, and then yeah, I'm just gonna dry my face off. Okay, so let's get to the questions, okay? So the first question, and I have my notes right here with me. So the first question is, who was your doctor? So my doctor was Dr. Bora Ok. Where did you have the surgery? So my surgery, I traveled from Houston, Texas to Istanbul, Turkey. So that's where my surgery was. How long did I stay, like including the flight? I feel like it took me maybe like 13 or 14 hours to get there. We had a stop in Europe, and coming back the same thing. We like had a stop again. And so I would say maybe like 8 to 10 days I traveled or stayed, okay? So after I wash my face, I like to go in with hyaluronic acid to add moisture back to my face. And so this is from The Ordinary. And this is their hyaluronic acid, okay? So, just do it like that. I'll put it over because hyaluronic acid does not harm my eyes, so respect. Keep them over and even down to the neck. Okay. What was included in your surgery? So what was included was the surgery, the hotel stay, and the pickup from the airport and the drop off from the airport. So next, I like to go in with niacinamide, and today I'll be using The Ordinary's niacinamide. So I kind of alternate between the Inkyless and The Ordinary's hyaluronic acid and niacinamide. So I'm just kind of like using up the last bit that I have, because I just have just a little bit here. So let me just get the rest of the little bit that I have here. So this niacinamide kind of helps because I have like combination skin. So it kind of like helps me personally with my oil control, okay? So then I just rub that in like so, niacinamide. So if this niacinamide gets white, what I do is I just kind of let it dry out. Okay. I let it dry, or I just use this real quick so it can like get in there and dry before I move on to the next step. Okay. Now Now the next question is, what was your hotel name? And so I stayed at the Valley Hotel, and like I said, the hotel was included in the price and in the package that they gave me. Okay. What hospital was the surgery performed at? The name of the hospital is Academic Hospital, and it's like literally in walking distance from the hotel. And yeah, I felt like the area was okay. The hotel was nice. I had been to that hotel like 3 times, and so the hotel is nice. The hospital, it was nice. It was a really nice hospital. So is it safe to travel for surgery by yourself? And the answer is a big hell no. Okay, and I say no because this was my first major, well, this is my first surgery ever in my whole life. And what happened after the surgery was the scary part. So when I woke up, there was nobody to tend to me, and then they don't speak your language. And remember, I was like on anesthesia. I could barely walk. I had to pee. I didn't know where the phone, you know, like they didn't show me, hey, here's the phone, none of that stuff. So I don't care how small you think your procedure is, you need to bring somebody with you to your surgery. And I'm gonna post a different video of a different surgery that I had this year and what happened to me. And it happened in the United States of America. And so I'm thinking I'm gonna be good, and I wasn't good, okay? A nightmare, okay? So always, I say bring somebody with you for your surgery, please, okay? So if you guys want to hear more, like in detail what happened after, basically I had a bad nurse, okay? And so my sister is a registered nurse, and so she came with me, but at the time that I was getting the surgery, she was in a hotel. So she didn't know what time like to come back. She came back hours later, so she wasn't there like after I came out of the surgery, and it's like I was like helpless, you know. But she helped me definitely after that. I told you, like I said, she was a registered nurse. Yeah, so it's not the doctor and not the doctor's office that had the issue. It was one of the nurses in the hospital. But just to clarify this as well, my sister came with me. She wasn't able to get her surgery at that time. When I went back with her to get her surgery the next year, the doctor, he did make sure that he corrected that issue. That's not his hospital. He just uses the hospital to do the surgery. It still makes his business kind of look bad, right? So I always wondered, what did he do about that? Did he change something? And he did. And so what he does is he hires his own registered nurses, and they stay with the patient the whole time the patient is in the hospital. So after the surgery, his nurse stays with you and makes sure you're good. And I was there to witness all of the good care that they gave to my sister. So I just want to give him a thumbs up for recognizing that there could be an issue with the hospital staff. They're not always going to take care of his patient, and so that will in turn make his business look bad. So he fixed that real quick. Okay, why did you decide to get a rhinoplasty? This right here is the Paula's Choice Super Boost Moisturizer. So it's the daytime. I just want to add some vitamin C to my face, and so this is the moisturizer. So it's a Super Boost moisturizer, and so this is just what I want to use this morning. So I'm gonna put that on. So what was my question again? Why did you decide? Oh, why did I decide to get a rhinoplasty? Well, because my nose was big as hell. Okay, no, but so when I was pregnant, my nose spread so wide with all 3 of my pregnancies. And so the last pregnancy, you know, we had a lot of time because I was pregnant during the pandemic, had a lot of time to look things up, and you know, and then I was just like pregnant, my nose was just spreading from east to west coast. Spread love, son. I'm talking about boom, right? And so, you know, and I'm just researching all the things. So I'm like, this is my last baby, and you know, I'm gonna do all the things that I ever want to do, get my stomach taken care of, and boom. So I'm researching you know, lipo doctors and stuff like that on Real Self, and then I popped up a picture of one of his patients popped up, and I was like, what's this? I never seen like a doctor nail black noses every time. So he has more than 20 pictures of people with my nose type on his profile. So that's what made me feel confident. And then I showed my sister. I was like, girl, look at this. She was like, girl, I want to come too, you know? And so that's what we did. And so I'll insert some pictures of kind of like what my nose looked like before. I'll put a lot of pictures so you guys can see, and I'll put pictures of what my nose looked like while I was pregnant. And you know when you're pregnant, you go through so many emotions and this, and you be beating yourself up about things. So it was a decision that I made like when I was pregnant, and maybe like towards the end and not feeling my best and stuff. And so it was like really random. So anyway, so that's why I got an extra. Okay, what was your pain level from a 1 to a 10? And so okay, so right now I'm going to use this as well. This is the Paula's Choice C5 Super Boost Eye Cream, and I have allergies, so I'm always like rubbing my eyes and stuff. And so I'm noticing that, I know that that's not good for you, but over here it's like it's getting darker, you know, and I think that I'm causing it to do that, or it could be age, but I really think that I'm the one that's causing it, because it feels so good when I itch my eyes. I'm not even gonna lie to you. It feels so good. So I'm gonna use this. This is you know, the same type of formula, but it is an eye cream. So I'm gonna put this underneath my eyes. So what was my question? What was your pain level from a 1 to a 10? So my pain level from a 1 to a 10 on the nose, I would say it was a 4 out of 10. So I don't feel like I really experienced like a lot of pain on my nose. I would say that it was more like discomfort, you know, like I was just really uncomfortable because I had some stuff in my nose that they had to take out. If you go back to the other video, you can see them taking out whatever it was in there. And then I couldn't breathe, you know, it's like I'm breathing through my mouth and I'm trying to eat at the same time. And you know, I gotta breathe and eat through my mouth. So it's like, I would say more discomfort. Now, it did feel like tight, you know what I mean? Over here, it felt tight. But as the dissolvable stitches kind of like dropped, you know, then it felt a little better, because remember, he did a closed rhinoplasty. He cut me right here. I have no scars from that. And then he also cut me inside, right? So he, so anyway, so you could research on his page more about his closed rhinoplasty. And so yeah, so remember that the nose and this part of your lip, they're kind of connected. So you might, everybody's pain tolerance and level is different, but mine was just like discomfort. But then I would say after 2 weeks or something, you know, it was better. Okay, so but I would say maybe for the first week, I would say that pain level, oh no, for the first maybe 2 or 3 days, the pain level was like a 4 to a 10. Now, the question that people rarely ask, you guys did, I don't think you guys asked this question, but I felt like it was important to tell you this part. So the part that got me all type of screwed up was the rib cartilage, because sometimes they take ear cartilage and sometimes they take rib cartilage. So right under here, right underneath here, they cut me and they took my rib cartilage because it's a stronger cartilage. The ear cartilage is like a little bit more flimsy, because what he did was he built me a bridge right here. Okay, so let me turn this way. So before it was like kind of more flat, so he kind of lifted it up, okay, with that, with the rib cartilage. And I haven't had any issues. Some people get the ear cartilage and it's kind of like more flimsy, or they go back and they do another nose job and everything like that. So if you want to know from me, I'm not a doctor, but I say, and the doctor did recommend, like he likes to use the rib cartilage more than he likes to use the ear cartilage. But listen to this. Everybody's different, you know, you might not need this bridge that I needed or whatever. So what I want to say about The pain of the rib cartilage scar, the rib cartilage healing. Now that was a 9 out of 10. That was a 9 out of 10. And I was not ready for that. Nobody talks about that. So nobody asked me this question, but I feel like you guys need to know. That rib cartilage pain is for the birds, baby. And the healing of it, you know what I'll do? Since this video is about the nose job, I'm gonna focus on the nose, but I think I should do another video if you guys want to. I wanna show you my scar of my rib, you know, my rib scar and how it heals. So you guys let me know in the comments if you want that video, and maybe in that video I can show you like all of the supplies that I use, because I don't want this video to get too long. So let's keep going. So, what's the next question? Oh my goodness, I almost forgot. What was the price of the surgery? And so everybody wants to know that. My mom still doesn't know. So you guys do not send my mama this video. She don't need to know, girl. So the price of the everything, like, you know, with the hotel, everything, the whole package was $6,500. But check this out. When I found his page and I was watching other people review him, they were like, oh, they only paid $4,500. So his prices like just skyrocket like almost every year. So it is good to, you know, book him as soon as you can, because the prices keep going up, you know. And so when I got him, so when I booked him, that was in 2020. Was it 2020 when I booked? Yeah, I booked him in 2020, and at that time it was $6,500. We were in the middle of the pandemic, and they charged us an extra $500 to do a COVID test. Oh my goodness. And they were like, oh yeah, you know, it's expensive for the COVID test, da da da. So I'm like, whatever. So basically the total price of my nose, I would say, is $7,000. And yeah, then after the fact, we realized that COVID tests don't even cost that much. So they could run me my money back. I could get some perfumes or something with that. Do I have any regrets? Nope, I do not have any regrets at all. I would still pick the same doctor. I didn't want like a real drastic, nose job. I want people to see me and not even notice that I have a nose job. Like my own mom didn't even notice that I had a nose job. Like sometimes I look in the mirror and I forget that I had a nose job. Nobody at my job notices. And then on top of that, during that time, everybody was wearing masks, right? So it was very easy for me to conceal, you know, as I was healing and stuff. It was so easy for me to conceal this whole thing. And yeah, so not that I care, but you know, I'm just saying that if you have a nose job and you don't want people to see, you know, your healing process and stuff, you can just put on a mask, you know. So any loss of smell? Nope, I had no loss of smell, no loss of taste, nothing like that. So what someone asked me, was the returning flight painful post-surgery? And so nope, it wasn't painful, but I would say that I more so felt discomfort because I was kind of like breathing through my mouth, and at that time you were required to wear a mask, and so it was just like, oh, I can't breathe, you know, like I was only using my mouth to breathe. And so anyway, so that shouldn't happen now. So no, there was no discomfort. So how long did I take off work? I might have took off like 8 to 9 days of work. When I came back, I kind of like worked from home, you know, because like I said, it was like, you know, pandemic time or whatever. So yeah, so it was okay for me to just get on my computer and work from home. So I didn't have to take that much time off from work. Someone asked, how was the bruising? So yeah, so I would say that the bruising was minimal. Like over here, I experienced like a lot of redness for even like more than a year, like redness over here. But it didn't hurt, but it was just like red, and not anything to where everyone can see, but I noticed. All right, so I'm gonna do my last step, and that is a sunscreen. Right here, I'm gonna be using the La Roche-Posay sunscreen, and I like this sunscreen because I don't have the white cast. It doesn't burn my eyes. Okay, so, you know, I have the allergies that I just mentioned, and so I'm very sensitive. So I do not like anything. I'm trying to do this as best as possible, like this, without touching. So I do not like anything touching my eyes. So I do not like anything touching burning my eyes. So this is really good. It doesn't burn my eyes at all. And you're gonna watch it right now, and it's basically, I like how I don't have a white cast. That's one big complaint with Black women, of course. We just like really despise the white cast, and it really deters people from using sunscreen because of the white cast or the smell. And so this one doesn't smell like, you know, you went to the pool, like that sunscreenish smell. Yeah, definitely tolerable, the smell. And so that is the sunscreen. Okay, like it, I love it. So that's my sunscreen. All right, so I gotta put on my lip balm because my little lips be crusty, okay? At least I can admit that. So I try to keep them nice and moisturized. And so put my lip balm, that's my last step there. And this is the Jack Black lip balm, and this is the natural mint and shea butter. And I like it because it just leaves my lips like so soft, so smooth, and it takes off like the dead layer of the skin that I normally have. And so everything is going to be linked down below. So those are all the questions and the answers that I have for you guys today. If you guys have any more questions, you could just ask me. I'll probably just, you know, answer them down below. And like I said, I would like to do another video talking about the rib cartilage and letting you see that scar, and talking like a little bit more in depth about that, and also the supplies, or maybe, you know, like how I clean my nose. That's very important because you don't want to get like, you know, infection. If you enjoyed this video today, please go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe, as it does help the growth of my channel. Also, let me know if you guys would like to see more skincare content. And so skincare is also something that I indulged in getting me out of my postpartum depression. I jumped into perfumes, self-care, and skincare. Those are the main things that I indulged in, and I'm just sharing with you guys. So thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace.